Let me bring in Femi Olawole, writer for The Independent, also a YouTuber who wants to see more safe and legal routes for asylum seekers. Femi, your view on this injunction from the High Court?
So I have no problem with the injunction in and of itself because the hotel usage for asylum seekers is basically a blunt instrument to solve a pre-existing problem, which is the fact that we don't have decent processing times. It takes us way too long to process asylum claims. In France and Germany, it takes between 5 to 7 months. Here, it takes anything between a year and a half to 3 years. So we end up clogging up the system because we're not doing it fast enough. And obviously, this has become a highly political issue, but with politics, people don't actually disagree on the facts in front of them. They disagree on A, who they blame for the problems, B, who they trust to fix the problems, and what they think should happen. Like right now, everybody can see we don't want people dying in the Channel trying to cross to get to the UK. We don't want to spend millions of pounds on hotels, but you solve those problems by having a faster asylum processing system.
Yeah.
You solve it by having safe legal routes to come to the UK. And in terms of who do we trust to fix those problems, right now Reform is trying to capitalize on this, saying that asylum seekers are a threat to the safety of women. But do you trust the Reform Party with the safety of women, given that they are a party that was happy to get elected somebody who was convicted of repeatedly kicking his girlfriend? And Nigel Farage said that his crimes against that woman were irrelevant. And Richard Tice said it didn't matter. These are not people who care about the safety of women.
Yeah. Back to the hotel and the locals who Holly represents and is speaking on behalf of. Do you understand why they have concerns about the Bell Hotel?
I understand the principle that if you've got people that you don't necessarily know the details of, you want to have them in a secure place. And I do understand that principle. Like I said, I think the use of hotels is a blunt instrument to deal with a pre-existing problem. I think there should be better places to process asylum seekers so that we can get their claims through quickly. Because obviously the underlying thing here that sparked the riots is the alleged sexual assault against a young girl. And that is a major problem. In the UK, there are 80,000 rapes per year. This is something that we need to address. But the problem is men. The problem is men. Its problem is that men are not taught to respect women, whether they come from abroad or from here. So the vast majority of crimes against women are committed by men who were born and bred in the UK. That's what we need to fix.